At the top north of Ruta 40, you find La Quiaca, a small city right on the border with Bolivia. In La Quiaca, you will have no problem finding internet connection, banks, restaurants, hotels, gas stations, and tourist attractions. From here, you can visit lakes, traditional towns. You can even ride to Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni. Right after you leave La Quiaca and start riding Ruta 40, you will find yourself surrounded by typical Andean landscapes. You will see llamas, guanacos, ostriches, sheep, goats, vicuñas, cacti, savannas, hills, mountains, volcanoes, and lots of interesting land formations. You will find some abandoned houses, and you will have to cross a few rivers, but I guess you come looking for an adventure, right? The route will take you to remote villages in the Andes, whose people still resemble the ancient inhabitants of South America. The north part of the route is great for wild camping, just be ready for cold temperatures. But if you prefer the comfort of a hotel, just check your favorite app or ask the locals for directions. Just say, "Hola, busco un hotel," and the kind Argentinian people will be happy to help you. One of the most spectacular landmarks at the north of Ruta 40 is Abra de la Cay, the highest pass of these roads and one of the highest in the world, at an altitude of 4,895 meters, about 16,000 feet. The view here is simply amazing. When you climb down Abra de la Cay, you will get into a wonderful valley, spotted here and there with tiny picturesque towns like La Poma, Payogasta, and Cachi, in which traces of Spanish architecture create the illusion that you are somehow traveling back in time. Soon after, you will enter another fascinating natural scenario, Angastaco. The land formations sculpted here by water during thousands of years will make you think you are on the moon. One of the most popular destinations in this area is Cafayate, a lovely town with a very nice weather, from where you can reach other interesting destinations such as Antofagasta de la Sierra and Quebrada de las Flechas. Quite often you will see altars with red flags in which the Argentinians play to a national hero called Gauchito Hill. Right by the side of the route you will find the sacred city of Quilmes. You can't help but wonder what life was like for the ancient inhabitants of this city. By the kilometer 3,798, you will find the entrance to Talampaya, a national park where dinosaur fossils were discovered. Passing this entrance, you will soon come across Cuesta de Miranda. You might want to stop at this important historical place and just enjoy the view. You will then pass the city of San Juan and then get to Mendoza, a lovely city with a lot to offer. From Mendoza you can visit the Inca Bridge, a natural monument with hot springs. After Tunayán, you will find another long stretch of dirt road. Most riders prefer to detour to a city called San Rafael to enjoy the comfort of a paved way. However, the landscapes that the true Route 40 offers are unique. Your next stop might be El Sosneado, a little town from which you can go to visit an abandoned hotel in the middle of the Andes. Some kilometers ahead of Malargüe, there is a 40-kilometer stretch of dirt road. Don't be discouraged, the landscapes that Route 40 offers for you are always worth any discomfort. Moreover, after passing this stretch, you will get to Chosmalal, the very center of Ruta 40. So far, you must have loved Route 40, but what you're about to see is breathtaking. You are now in Patagonia. The most epic part of your adventure is about to begin. The giant estancias, the trees bending under the wind, the herds of guanacos, condors flying high above, all that is now part of your travel. You will soon enter the route of the Seven Lakes. From San Martín de los Andes to Bariloche, Ruta 40 is a non-stop chain of lakes, one more beautiful than the other. If you come from Europe or North America, you will feel quite at home here. The architecture and even the customs of this part of Ruta 40 are quite influenced by European and North American immigrants who have made this Argentinian region their home. You too might want to spend a few extra days here. You will leave behind Bariloche and start experiencing the true Patagonia with its long, straight roads chasing a horizon that never seems to arrive. It will be you, the savannas, and the wind. You will get to the city of Perito Moreno. From here, you can pass to Chile and find the famous Carretera Austral. There are also other ways to get there though. About 100 kilometers after the city of Perito Moreno, you will find the entrance to Cueva de las Manos, Cave of the Hands, a massive UNESCO World Heritage Site cave known for its ancient art, including especially paintings of human hands. When you get to Lake Cardiel, Ruta 40 will become what is known in Argentina as Los 73 Malditos, the Damned 73. Don't be scared, it's just 73 kilometers of unpaved road. It's not as bad as the name suggests. Your next destination will most likely be El Calafate, a little city next to Lago Argentino, the Argentinian lake, from where you can go to the glacier Perito Moreno, a true wonder, a giant mass of ice that breaks into the lake like buildings collapsing into the ground. A few minutes after Rio Gallego, you will find the way to Cabo Virgenes Lighthouse, which is considered the start of Ruta 40. A 110-kilometer dirt road will get you to your final destination. Of course, no trip to the south of Argentina will be complete if you don't visit Ushuaia, the end of the world. Just follow Route 3, cross the Magallanes Strait, and enjoy Tierra del Fuego. Take your memorable pictures at the entrance of the city and at the bay, and head all the way to La Pataya Bay, the very end of the Pan American Highway. There's of course a lot more to see, just ask the locals wherever you go. Thanks so much for getting to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope your dreams come true soon and that you get to visit all the places that you dream about. Best wishes from your South American friend Leo. Goodbye.
Ciao Argentina!